Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm gonna stick around, and I guess we'll see if anybody shows up. I think I might have waited a bit too late to do this. I'm here in Hollywood. Anybody here? No. What's up, guys? Let me know who's here. Who's here? It looks like we have one person. How are y'all doing out there? In the sticks in real life, you have to go to bed. Yeah, that sucks. I guess I waited a bit too late. So, is anyone out there? How does anyone else out there watch my series, The Cottonmouth King Chronicles? That was kind of a fun thing to do. I stopped for a little while. If anyone's interested as to why, I would like to share that information with you. I got to talk to one of the guys, one of the original band members, recently. Lou Dog, you know, I guess their only drummer. I'm assuming he was their only drummer. I mean, their only original member. Cool ass dude. Very eye opening conversation we had. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to touch on that later if people actually join this thing. If not, maybe I'll try this again some other time this week. I don't know. This is very weird. I've never done one of these. I'm pretty high. Tonight I am smoking, let's see. We have some Blue Dream. I don't know if you see that there. It's pretty yummy stuff. I also got some Galaxy Nugs, some Moon Rock sprinkled up inside the business. And I'm finishing out the last of my Cali Kush. Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, okay. The comments, they're popping up now. So we're going to smoke some weed. If you guys want to light up with me, that'd be awesome. Gary Sandberg, what's up, dude? Every week, huh? Well, I'm gonna be doing them, some more stuff. Let me see. Yinko, what's up, dude? Hey, Yinko, long time fan. He's a good dude. Mr. Clean as well. Mr. Clean. I'll explain everything in a bit. I promise. Let's see. My People Under the Stairs review was light. What does that mean? Like it sucked? I went to the house yesterday. It's pretty crazy. Um, my favorite song by KMK. Oh, I don't know, man. It's funny because like I always kind of put Cottonmouth Kings in like two different categories. Mainly the early stuff, and then the later stuff that I like. You know what I mean? If I'm being honest, past number 7, there wasn't too much that I still go back and listen to. Um, Favorite Cottonmouth King song? I gotta say, man. Let me think about that one for a second. How about you guys? What are y'all's favorite KMK tracks? Oh, you know what, dude? Yinko, I haven't met Corey just yet. I'm gonna meet him Friday. If you guys don't know, I'm out here in Hollywood, and I'm working on a Corey Feldman documentary, like actually with Corey, and it's about his music career. I know that you guys might think that's pretty a funny thing, but he's an interesting dude, and he has had a much longer music career than a lot of people think. And he's a crazy dude, man. I can't share too much more than that, unfortunately. But keep watching the channel, and I will have more Corey content, and I'll give you guys the full scoop as soon as I can. Hey, everybody! My brother Paul Gonzalez is here. I am having fun. It's his birthday. If you want to wish my brother a happy birthday, Christian Bennett. What's up, playa? Oh, okay. Here we go. Yinko, what are my thoughts on the Mortal Kombat trailer? Ah, well, shit, man. I didn't say anything. I didn't even share it. Um, I think it looks kind of cheap. You know what I'm saying? By cheap, I mean not like low quality. I mean it looks like a lot of other movies that we have either seen, or it looks like an Amazon series or something. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Mortal Kombat guy. I was kind of disappointed that they seem to be going a different route as far as costumes and stuff. But not like I'm not gonna watch it. Shit, I remember watching both of the last movies. I remember watching Annihilation, and yeah. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, we got happy brother. You got happy birthdays to my brother. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you. Get at his angels. I don't think the angels are around anymore, man. Otherwise, I saw him live a few years ago. I'm telling y'all, I'm letting y'all know right now. Y'all are sleeping on Corey Feldman. That dude is a nutball. Yeah, he's awesome. He makes some crazy ass music. Just look a little deeper. Yeah. I guess my brother just said it doesn't look like a Paul W.S. Anderson movie. That's true. But I mean, you watch that movie again, and there's a real music video aesthetic. Every scene has something going for it aesthetically all the time, no matter what it is. And this trailer looks like it doesn't. What can I say? Um, all right, let's see. We have Take a Bath and King Click, both off number 7. You see what I mean? King Click is actually, Take a Bath is one of my favorites too. I believe it is. When I was talking to Lou Dog recently, he told me how all the dudes kind of met up and how they were underage, right? They were underage, and by I mean Loke, Saint Dog, Richter. You know what I mean? And Lou and Daddy X, they were club promoters. They were entrepreneurs, if you will. They did nightclubs, and so they're pretty successful. They had a few different nightclubs. That's where like Apocalypse would come out and dance in front of them and whatnot. And so he told me like they were underage, the other guys, and the way they would get in is with their basketball coach from Placentaville or whatever, PTB, whatever. And so they would their basketball coach would like sneak him in, get him drunk, take him to these shows where they would end up flowing and stuff. And that's where Brad X wound up seeing these dudes, and he, by that point, Humble Gods was kind of nowhere. You know what I mean? And so that's where Cottonmouth Kings eventually spawned out of. All thanks to this basketball coach that would take the guys to the clubs. And the basketball coach is the guy. This is out there. It's on the DVDs and stuff like that. But the basketball coach, that's the same guy that does like Take a Bath. He does all the little interludes, which I think there's a bit too much of those on number 7. But it's cool that they hook up that dude. I'm sure he gets royalties and everything. So shit, it's a pretty crazy story. Let me see what you guys are saying down here. Doc Martin, sup? It's Nike Mike. Original KMK fan since freshman year in 97, 98. Nice. It's awesome to hear good feedback from old school KMK fans because as I was around back when, like I said, there were a group that was real prominent around those years just because everyone was smoking weed and we're all partying and shit. And at the time, Sub Noise was huge. We were ordering all like the stuff. My roommate in particular, at the time, he would order all that shit. He would get all the stuff coming up straight out of the Sub Noise catalog. So I appreciate the kind words. I still get a lot of hate. I'm surprised no one showed up here. Bears 2248. What's up? Christian Bennett. You're let me see what you say here. Knowing KMK, they probably ain't giving that guy shit for royalties. D-Look and Daddy X keeping it all. Well, yeah, maybe. But see, the thing is, you got to remember too that the whole Zinger Daddy X lawsuit. I mean, Brad X won that lawsuit, and that shit couldn't have been cheap. You know what I mean? And considering that that was the end of it. I'm assuming everything was settled, everything was taken care of. And you know, Brad X put all this together. Brad X is the reason all of this is a thing. Brad X is the reason we're here talking about Cottonmouth. He gave all those guys the opportunity to be on an album. He got, if it weren't for him, none of them would have had a Capitol Records album. You know, none of that ever would have taken place. So I mean, as much of the shit you hear about Brad X, and as much as I personally don't like his rhymes and you know all that, uh, I mean, you got to hand it to the guy. He based Subnoise directly off Psychopathic. You know what I mean? And I imagine there's a lot of the same issues as far as trust and backstabbing and whatnot and so forth. And I'm not saying he's like a legit straight on the line guy. I'm just saying the guy worked his ass off, got everyone where they got, and he did what he did with his fucking property. You know what I mean? Um, they've been around a long time, man. You can't expect these guys to be all just KMK down with the crown forever. They gotta grow up at some point, right? I mean, I don't know. This is just kind of one of the things I pondered on after talking to Lou. That yeah, you know, these guys are real people. They have lives. They have shit to do. Who knows what really went down? I wish Brad would come out and say something, but if they're over it, they're over it. You know what I'm saying? I've been in bands before, and you're done. You're done. Sometimes there is no going back. But that's my opinion. What do y'all guys think about the whole Brad X debacle? And I personally think that everyone still is getting royalties. That's not something you don't really hear anyone bitch about that, except for like, you know, D-Lo here and there. But that's not how business works. You write on an album, and you get your royalties on that album forever. You know, you're gonna get a cut of something. That's the way it should be. If it's not, those guys signed some shitty fucking contracts. And then if Brad made those contracts and got these people to sign it, then maybe him claiming to be a pimp ain't that far off. That's all I'm saying. Shit. Let's see what y'all got here. My brother. Oh yeah, my brother. Okay, back to Corey Feldman just for a second. He said, when I saw Corey live in 2002 in San Antonio for the kickoff show for his album, Former Child Actor, he worked his merch booth for about 30 minutes. I didn't know that. That's awesome. I wish I could have seen him back then. That I think he's going to eventually do that album re-released and all that. So we'll see what's up with that. Bad Luck Bro, I'm back. Awesome. What's up, Bad Luck Bro? Kristen Bennett. Brad also said Kevin was a fucking. Oh, that Brad X also said Kevin was fucking his bitch. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, they both do a lot of dirt, and from what I gathered, Brad X was kind of speaking out of line and shouldn't have been running his mouth so much. You know, I guess that's another reason he hasn't came out. Who knows? See, Doc Martin, he's paid for life. We ain't juggalos, but we tight with them. Different crowd that circles each other. Right on. Where's Daddy X now? Who knows? I don't know. Do you guys think that D-Lo can be trusted? Everything he says. Do you guys agree with everything that he's been saying? I don't know, man. Would y'all trust me if I was sitting here shaking the whole, you know, all cracked out? I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. Let's see. I knew Saint from before the whole PTP Cottonmouth KMK days, and was with Satan when he wrote all their great stuff. The world lost a great person. Definitely, man. Jason Moyers, if y'all guys are smoking right now, let's all take a hit for Saint Dog. Why don't you? This one goes for Saint Dog, PIMP. Anyone here from Daddy X? You think he would just have some more love for the band and fans? You would think so. He was always the one preaching unity and shit more than anybody else. Then again, he was also the one claiming, you know, to smoke weed and smuggle pounds and shit. And I don't know. Jury's out on that one, huh? I used to steal my mom's credit card when I was a kid and bought KMK shirts from Rockabilly until she caught me and kicked my ass. I still feel it till this day. Damn. That's unfortunate. You still have any of that old swag? You wish DJ Bobby B would talk to me. So do I, man. So do I. I try getting a hold of everybody in the groups, and I found Lou Dog. It was a complete fluke, and it's awesome that he responded to me. I'm hoping to meet up with him tomorrow. I'll let you guys know if I do. But that's another thing. Talking with Lou is that if you guys watch my series, y'all saw the DJ Bobby B on Instagram episode. Now in that episode, uh, Bobby B talks about how of course Brad X fucked everyone over. D-Lo ain't paying nobody. SRH profited off selling Saint Dog merch after his death. Let's see, what else did he claim in that video? He claimed that his group, the Neighborhoods, was the reason Cottonmouth King started, and that it was directly because of his group that Cottonmouth King started. Which I've already told you the story about. Brad and Lou working the clubs and meeting up with the guys that way, and eventually getting the idea. So, yeah, let me just say that I don't think Bobby B is up to par either, man. I think he is bitter. I think he's angry. There was a lot of stories that from back in the day about him being just an asshole and him not being a team player, and I can see that happening. You can kind of see that going down, and you can even go and look. You can do this yourself. You can go and look up all the credits for every goddamn track for every album that he was on, and you will find maybe 2 to 3, maybe like 5 tracks that he contributed to. And that's where the royalty comes into play. If you don't contribute to shit, you're not gonna get shit. You think Taxman is getting fucking residuals from these albums? I highly doubt it. You know what I mean? I think that when it comes to Cottonmouth Kings, another thing that was made clear to me was, with a big group like that, you got your main players, and then you got your not so main players. I mean, what are you going to do? And I think we all know how that rolls. And I think that's been a thorn in Cottonmouth King's side from the very beginning, starting with Saint Dog. Saint Dog got the boot. It wasn't amicable. It wasn't, like, hey guys, I want to go do something else with my life. He got kicked out of the group for being an asshole. There's been a couple people that spoke out on that. I wish I can give you all the full scoop of everything I heard, but I mean, even Violent J, Saint Dog's the reason they got kicked off of those tours back then. He was apparently just a lot to handle. So, I mean, when it comes to Bobby B, I think the guy is butthurt, and sad to say, I don't think he's as talented as I like to think he is. Maybe maybe he'll come out. Maybe he'll come out and say something sometime. That's not hiding, behind a computer on Instagram. Let's see. Wish that Bobby B live show was still on YouTube. I heard about that. I never did get to see it. It's crazy how much Brad X's daughter looks like him. Sky Blue. I haven't seen her since the Organic Soul album. You remember how it was like in the back of the album or whatever? That's about the last time I remember seeing her, man. I haven't looked her up since. Maybe I'll check that out when we're done here. Let's see. I feel like Brad X is more worried about his family than the fans and the KMK clique. Like you said, life rolls on. Very true. I agree. I mean, he was the oldest one, obviously, of the whole group, and it's weird, seeing this subdued version of KMK nowadays. I mean, shit. I don't know, man. It's that feels a lot like the end to me, but I guess we'll see. New album coming out in April, right? So, what other? You guys watched the Chronicles, I imagine. What do you guys think of it? What other episodes do you want to see? I'm trying to focus on other bands and such, but it's hard to find info on a lot of this stuff. Let's see. Yeah, Bump was on TRL for a good while. That was a huge hit. Let's see. It's just how shit goes unless you're Korn or Metallica. Gotta mention Korn, dude. God damn. Do a video on Head PE. Yeah, PE, Head PE. That's another one. That's like there's info on them, and all that. I just don't really find it too interesting. Is there any interesting like head PE tidbits, any beefs or anything, or I mean, anything, any angle there other than just like me reading facts about them? You know, I try not to do that. My favorite Lit song. I actually don't care for Lit as much as I'm fascinated by bands that have just gone in weird directions. But my favorite Lit song, "Miserable." I love that song still. It still holds up. Head PE, LOL, dude is replacing bandmates every week. That's one thing I know about him. That Jared dude or whatever the hell. Like, I get that. Yeah, apparently Lit is awesome live, according to my brother. They're like a country band now. Um, and before that, there was like like that arena rock type shit. I don't know. I did a whole video on Lit. If you guys haven't seen it, what the fuck happened to Lit? That is on the channel. What the fuck happened to Godhead will be out in about a week. I have it already. I'm just so busy out here. I haven't had time to do shit. What happened to OPM? Yeah, right. I don't know. When it comes to these bands and the sub noise connection, I'm going to try to just focus on like the stuff they did with sub noise. So as far as I think, like OPM had like one album with them, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like it was after their big hit, the skateboarding thing or whatever. And it was just kind of weird to see Big B with these dudes. Weird. Yeah, Trust Company. I saw them Warped Tour 2003. It was pretty bad. Edema. Oh my god. Oh, the ICP Twisted beef. Yeah. How did that even start, man? Because I keep finding different things. What's the deal with that? What is the deal with the ICP Twisted beef? Is anyone else out there smoking, or am I by myself? Because I'm about to smoke this Jack Hare, and I'm going to get really high. Daddy X is hiding in Palm Springs. That's what I hear. But I mean, how much money could he possibly have made from, what, 4 or 5 albums? Just selling them to Cleopatra? Cleopatra Records is the place where bands go to die. that is, they're notorious for fucking over bands. That is, he could not have got that much cash for that. But hey, at least we got number 7 on vinyl now. That should be home waiting for me when I get there. And I think they put like a very bad greatest hits on vinyl, and they uploaded a bunch of HD videos finally, so that's cool. Money, yep, that's right. Do I remember the movie Grind? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I still remember that movie. What about a video on Judge D? That's another one. Isn't Judge D like related to somebody? Isn't he related to somebody involved with KMK or Subnoise, or what's the deal with that? Okay, hey, Gary Sandberg's here with me. Okay, we're about to light this up. Oh my god. This is Jack Hare Premium Cannabis Pre-Roll with all the goodies inside. 16.99% THC. All right. Let's do this. This is Saint and Pacolita, of course. Judge D and Loke are related? Really? Is that what it is? I don't remember where the hell I saw that they were related, but apparently they are. The KMK and potluck beef. I touch on that on the Rise and Fall video. I guess there's some more info there. I think didn't they squash that, or did that ever like finish? I don't even know what happened with that. It kind of just fizzled out. I guess they were right, man. KMK kind of fell apart right after. I haven't heard the new Deftones album, but they're a band I feel um, has a very solid place in the mainstream, and they manage to do what they want to do every album. And they don't really repeat themselves. Um, my favorite Deftones album is White Pony. To me, that's the pinnacle of Deftones. Least favorite is probably like Adrenaline or like the early stuff, I just wasn't into that type of that type of metal. I didn't really like that snot style. You know what I mean? Kind of like Mower. To me, Mower sounds a lot like snot. It got a lot of influence. Same era, I guess. I never got to see them, man. I wish I could have seen Deftones on the White Pony tour. That must have been the shit. I wonder what's the combined revenue from all KMK albums, not on Capitol, but Sub Noise only. Can't be that much. I think they made most of their money from touring. That's true. I believe that too. That's where all the money came from. Those dudes were. That's what they got that joint venture. You know, they made all that money from that joint venture. Now, if it's they made it or Brad made it, who knows? Brad was the leader though. He was taking the risk. So, Saturday Wrist, that's a good track. Yes, sir. I like Knife Party a lot, and I think Mini Maggot's another great one off that. Everything, pretty much everything, but Back to School. That song sucks. Although, as the older I get, the more I appreciate it. Jimmy's Chicken Shack. Yeah, I've actually been working on a video on Jimmy's Chicken Shack. I don't really want this. Thank you for bringing them up. I've been in touch with Jimmy Haha for about 5 years now, believe it or not. We just keep missing each other, and you know, he's a busy dude, and then all this shit happened, and I just kind of, we just, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. Funny thing is, if you watch my video on Thought Industry, Christopher Lee Simmons used to be really good friends with Jimmy Haha. Christopher Lee Simmons took off one day from Thought Industry, went on like a tour with just acoustic, and he wound up at this little club. And the guy doing open mic nights liked him. He hooked him up. Turns out that guy was Jimmy Haha. Jimmy's Chicken Shack was already a thing, and then they hung out. He was there. He helped produce Bring Your Own Stereo. He was there, and then they had a falling out over political opinions, and they haven't talked since. Christopher told me to let Jimmy know that he says hi, and that hopefully they can mend that bridge. So that'd be crazy if I get to do that for him. That's a weird Thought Industry and Jimmy's Chicken Shack connection. Jimmy's Chicken Shack, though, very underrated group. They're another band that came out around the new metal era, and they got a lot of new metal stuff pushed on them. You know what I'm saying? But they were always a fun group. A lot of different sounds. My favorite song from Jimmy's Chicken Shack is "Smiling." If you know Jimmy's Chicken Shack, you should know that song. It is a beautiful song. Oh man, yeah. Over some politics, I tell you. Let's see. I'm missing a lot of comments here. I'm gonna try to go back. Okay, so Bees Nuts 314. Thanks for watching the Chronicles, man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate all you guys watching. And for all the Cottonmouth Kings fans here, I appreciate that. I really do. There's a lot of other good stuff on the channel. I love talking movies and all kinds of weird shit. Let me know what movies you guys want me to talk about. I prefer obscure stuff, but just for you guys, I'll touch on whatever you guys want. Just throw it out there, and I'll work on some videos, and we'll make it legit. Thoughts on Ala Zul Elu? I don't know what that is. Sorry, Drew. That's crazy, man. Okay, I already read that. Super underrated. Yes. Okay, Christian Bennett gets it. This guy knows. He knows all about the Shack. I have a Do Right on vinyl. It's super rare. I got it for like $5 off this dude that had no idea what he had. Thoughts on Prince of Darkness, the movie? Yeah, man, I haven't seen that in years. That's like the one part of that trilogy that I always sleep on. I need to check it out again. When it comes to Carpenter, I think I never gave that one its day in court. Really, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I can't honestly speak on it enough right now. I will rewatch it and get back to you though, buddy. Serpent and the Rainbow is my shit. That's my favorite. I haven't seen the movie Skin Deep with Warwick Davis. No, I have not. I love Warwick though. Tell you what. King's contracts. Bobby B took a cert from Zinger. What does that mean? I saw Jimmy's Chicken Shack at Rockfest when they released Pushing the Envelope. Oh, awesome! I never did get to see them live. I know he does Mend the Hollow now, and a version of Jimmy's Chicken Shack came back not too long ago. Thoughts on Darwin's Waiting Room? God damn, I don't know about a lot of the stuff y'all are talking about. Is Darwin's Waiting Room a band, a song? I'm lame. I'm sorry. I don't really want this. Do a movie review on Serbian film. Oh shit! I don't think anyone else should be giving that movie any credit. um, in 2007, I went to a Cottonmouth King concert, and Dirtball was at the table, and nobody, and I mean nobody, wanted his autograph. That's unfortunate. I don't personally care for Dirtball as part of the Cottonmouth King. I think on his own, he's all right. You know what I mean? Another thing about Dirtball that my eyes were opened up to in my recent conversation with somebody. Um, and you know what? I'm giving you my own opinions based on what I was told by somebody who was there. These aren't direct thoughts from anybody but me. So the thing about Cottonmouth Kings is apparent. Okay, can you imagine being in the group around that time? That must have been some crazy shit. Trying to stay relevant. I mean, I was not a fan of Dirtball joining the group, and especially because right after Pakalika Bell, I also was not very keen on the fucking Clockwork Orange thing. I just found it kind of lame. It's been done, whatever. But apparently, Dirtball joining the group reignited everyone's passion. He upped the game, and if you think about that, yeah, right. I mean, shit. The dude can spit, if so to speak. And for once, you would think that Richter had someone to go up against, as far as the mainstream KMK out, the main stuff. So Richter, I mean, if you go back and listen to a lot of the stuff on Long Live the Kings and so forth, the stuff with Dirtball, Richter's really kind of stepping his game up, and it's kind of obvious to me that yeah, maybe vocally, lyrically, they were all reignited and they were all trying to do a lot more. And I guess that's why a lot of it kind of sounded so different and off-putting. And to me, that was the start of the end, especially when Pac left. Man, like what the fuck? Now, as far as Pac leaving the group, well, like we were talking about earlier, you got your main members of your group, and you got your not so main members. And if you're going to do a big tour, it's a big tour. If you're going to do a small tour, it's a small tour. Now, you got to make certain sacrifices. If you're opening for a big group, it means a lot. It means a much different thing than opening for a small group when it comes down to it. Now, if you're opening for, say, ICP and you're on tour, and you're booking a tour, and it's a smaller tour. It's not the big ICP go all out. It's the smaller ICP go all out in a smaller arena, a smaller stage. Smaller stage. You got two guys in the group that's headlining with the DJ, as opposed to fucking like seven dudes. You know what I mean, or whatever. So what are you gonna do? Well, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices to do this tour, especially if the higher ups, the people you're opening for, mandate it. So if it comes down to it, what are you going to do? You're going to not go on this tour and get your band out there with your three MCs and your beats, and or are you going to say no because you can't bring along the big ass drum set and the guitarist and the bass player and the guy dancing around, not only because there's not enough room, but because there's not enough money to go around. Now, if that were to come up, KMK loyalty, right? Do you think that they told him you guys aren't coming, or do you think they gave them the option? I think that every member, regardless of stature, still had a vote. You know what I mean? And let's just say some took it better than others. Now, after that tour, there was still some members that came back that weren't on that tour. You know what I mean? You can look this tour up and everything. Some members weren't there on stage that were there again on the next tour or on the next run of shows. And some weren't there on that tour and were not there when they came back. Never came back. It's pretty obvious who that is. And you can say it's a money issue, whatever. To me, I think Pakalika got his heart broken whenever they even considered doing shows without him. You know, being about 15 years deep at that point. I don't know, man. And I think pride has a lot to do with it, and ego, and maybe possibly some bad contracts were signed by some members. Hence all the conflicting bullshit. Nobody wanted to come out and say anything first as to not potentially slander anybody. And let's just say I've heard it from the mouths of a few members now that they don't want them to. A few members of the group have told me directly, as say, pretend you're me and I'm talking to you. They don't want me to say anything. Shit'll blow up if I say anything, you know, that. And, you know, no one's saying anything. And the people that are, it's dubious. It's very dubious. Did y'all see whenever a saint died, they did that memorial, and fucking D-Loke went up there and threw shade. Like he went up there and threw shade at Brad X, and then they put out that photo with everyone at the memorial. And what was it? You got Richter over here, everybody else, and then Loke over here. What? And then all those songs come out, and Richter's not around. They asked Richter if a KMK album's coming out, and all he has to say is "I mean," and shake his head. I mean, come on, what's going on? Do y'all guys think Richter will pop up on this album in April? I don't know. Pakalika died of a broken heart, I believe. I believe that's true. It was called Stomp. There you go. Yeah. So much hype on Clockwork Orange. I couldn't get into it. Yeah. I mean, I like the movie, but you know, the whole trying to like, hey, we're Drews, what like the addicts or lower class brats, whatever. Get the fuck out of here. High Society was their last amazing album. They were still in Capitol and had access to amazing and expensive studio equipment and producing. Plus, Lou Dog was all over that album. Go listen to it again. It's a very percussion heavy album. And to me, that's that early KMK like trip hop, punk hop, what are the hip hop, punk rock shit, whatever. To me, that's when it was like at the peak. I didn't really like the Sub Noise Rats and all that shit that Ricky Vodka wrote later. It was just like it sounded like a neener cheese stick punk rock, you know? What the fuck? Oh, Freaked. Oh, hell yeah, I love Freaked. Yeah, hit that like button, please. Thanks, Gary. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, please. So I'm just going to finish up this joint. We'll talk a little bit more, and I'll probably wrap it up in about 20, 30 minutes, guys. I appreciate you sticking around. You guys have any more questions for me? Anything you want to know? Any other any other episodes you guys want to see? Oh shit, we got Chug Boy in the house. Everybody, if you see Chug Boy in the comments, click on his profile and go do whatever and subscribe to his channel. He's a all around neat musician. He has some really good hip hop. Can you get interviews with Loke? I've been trying, bud. I've been trying. I had some people contact me that are in touch with him, and I sent some questions out, but we'll see what happens. When it comes to Loke, I don't want any drama with the guy. I don't want to hear that from him. I want positivity from everybody. I really do. I would love to hear him flat out answer that question though that we all want to know. I mean, this ain't Cottonmouth Kings. I'm sorry. This last stuff just isn't Cottonmouth. Whether you care about him or not, you have a weird fascination with him like I do, or you're a hardcore fan. You can support it. I get it. It's whatever. I do, but it's not. It's not. Last Laugh side segment. Last Laugh. I saw those dudes. I saw them with Mower, KMK. Fuck, who else was at that show? Someone else played. I don't remember. Hell yeah. My brother just subscribed to Chug Boy. He's a local, he's another Brazilian. I can't remember the name of his song, but there's one that I really like. Yeah, I think I would ask the right questions as well. Maybe if we all reach out and tell them, talk to Staunch TV, talk to Alex Staunch. I'm a respectful guy. I really am. It's a few of those episodes may have seemed kind of rude or have with a bias, but all I really did was read interviews or play interviews or whatever, and then give my honest opinion. So you can't really blame me for that. I always end them out with saying, "I wish the best, good luck, D-Lo, blah blah blah." But if I'm being honest, right now, I wish Bobby B would come out and talk to me. I would love to hear what that dude has to say. Yeah, there you go, Chuck Boy. Look up Chuck Boy in any streaming platform. What band was I in back in the day? Love my channel, but thank you, Jason S. I appreciate that. Oh, I've been in a bunch of bands, dude. I was in a band called Feeling Zero way back when. We were a punk band, went on a Texas tour, played with Strap-Ons before they were Complete Control. And then we turned into Obliterates, did a bunch of shows with those dudes, went on a little mini tour. We played with them with Millions of Dead Cops, Lower Class Brats, Coughing Cats, a bunch of shit. And then I also played in a band called Drastic Actions. They're probably the most well known. They played all around. With them, I got to open for Dead Kennedys, Cro-Mags, oh my god, Voodoo Glow Skulls. What's that fucking band? Adam Age. DRI, man, so all these Agent Orange, all those bands. I got to play with a bunch of cool bands, and then I played with a lot of groups, man. Southern Sinners was my last group I played drums in. I played in a punk band called Run Yeah. A lot of stuff. Daddy X never smoked weed. That's what I heard, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Mixed Mob, their album on Some Noise is Fire. Yeah, I actually just started getting onto that. It's just so hard to make videos about these guys. Some of them might be like not long, like 3 minutes or something. You know what I mean? Because there's just not much info out there on these dudes, unfortunately. Clifford, oh, now that's a good one. I know why they, that's the thing. It was like they went from King Spade to KMK. Like, why? That was, or what the fuck? Why did they do that? I just don't get it. There's got to be bad beef. If there's got to be something going on. Shit. Another thing that was kind of cleared up when I talked to Lou is like, well, I've always been kind of curious on exactly how Brad X went, because when it comes to Brad X, and we all know that it was Humble Gods. He was in a few bands, Doggy Style, but when it comes to Humble Gods, they were the first band to kind of get a big deal or whatever. They're on Hollywood Records, just like ICP was. So then you got they have that one big release. I forget what it's called, but with Humble Gods, their fucking band members kept dying, man. Um, Jason Thirsk was a bass player. He was, and everyone knows Jason Matthew Thirsk. You know that dude. Pennywise wrote that song about him. He was an original member. That dude died. And then they had a girl. I can't remember her name. She was in another band. I'm working on a video. This will all be out later. I'm just touching on it now. She died, and then I think they had like another member, another drummer or something that died too. So I think they just kind of gave up. They just kind of stopped and then focused on the nightclubs. And so when KMK got going, that's whenever they started recording those early demos. They started recording those early demos, and then like I guess whenever that stuff started coming out, Brad and Lou had friends that worked in Hollywood doing soundtracks. They were in charge of putting together a soundtrack. So that's whenever they submit Suburban Life to Scream 2. Scream 2 soundtrack. I believe that was I think it was like Capitol's sister company that put that one out. And so they submit the track for Scream 2. It gets go. They get picked up by Capitol. So they were on the. If you look at the CD booklet, the early ones at least, it's just Suburban Noise Records. There's no Capitol. That album got them on Capitol. So they managed to get on a fucking major motion picture soundtrack, technically unsigned, basically saying, "Hey, we're signed," and then they got a big deal out of it. I mean, that's some crazy shit, man. So the reason that I forgot to mention the Humble Gods left Hollywood was because ICP left Hollywood because of a shitty deal, and at the same time, um, before they had gotten there, they were working a lot with Ruthless. There's that Brad X was real tight with Easy E. No, that's not too well known. Too well known. They were real tight with Easy E. There's tracks out there they did that have just not been put out. And so when it comes to that little weird connection, that's where the joint venture came in. And Brad decided, I saw Easy E get fucked over. I saw ICP leave a major label to start their own shit because they were getting fucked over. And then, hey man, it's just how it goes. And so therein lies the joint venture, all because they knew people that worked for a fucking major motion picture soundtrack collaboration. Yeah. And then they were also on oh, here we go, right here. They were on the Lost and Found soundtrack, Dog's Life, which was also the same shebang, same company. So that's pretty weird, That's pretty weird that's how KMK came about. That's how they blew up. That's how they got real well known. Scream 2, everybody. Shit. I knew obviously I knew they were on the soundtrack. I didn't know that's how they got signed by Capitol or whatever. Johnny Bravo. Oh yeah. Hey, I learned a lot about Johnny Bravo recently. Y'all guys want to hear some about Johnny Bravo? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say Johnny Bravo? So Johnny Bravo was a character that Brad X made up, just like some Hollywood douchebag, I guess. And he would pop up on TV shows in the Hollywood area. Basically, he would just show up and do this character. He would get producers' attention, and they would call him, "Hey, we need you to show up here. We need you to show up here." And he would just show up and act like an asshole, jump around. There's a quick little clip of him on my Cottonmouth King, Rise and Fall of Cottonmouth Kings video. I can't find much about it, but apparently that was all just an inside joke. That was something he did for his friends, and they loved it. And again, had the right connections, and then he would do it, and everyone would just laugh, and he would be on all kinds of weird like old talk. Like, I believe Talk Soup was the biggest talk show, maybe. Aside from that, it was like some local type talk shows or whatever. I never got to see more than that though. If anyone has any Johnny Bravo footage, I'd love to see it. See, Daddy X was a fake pimp, maybe. I believe he pimped contracts. He pimped record labels. He pimped merchandisers. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where the pimp comes in. So, I don't know. He was obviously never a real Mac Daddy or whatever. Not anymore than the rest of the guys. Oh yeah. I also played Toxic Traumatic. My bad. Anyone else out there smoking, or am I by myself? Whew. He finessed everyone. Yeah, I agree. Um, I don't know. I'm really hoping blazing this face mints right now. Nice. I'm really hoping that they put this new album out on vinyl. That way, I'll actually buy it. If they put it on vinyl, I'll buy it. If not, I'll just But I don't know, dude. Can you imagine 12 D-Lope tracks? Doesn't sound very exciting to me. What does KMK do in the age of legalization and tolerance? Why is KMK lore so interesting? I know, right? It's weird. It's very weird. Um, I think it's interesting because, to me personally, I remember when I was into it when I was a kid. I remember just like buying in to the loyalty and the legalization and the fucking whatever. And there was something that was it represented that one little point in time, the 1 or 2 years when I was a kid. And to see now what it became, nothing else really stands out like that as far as bands or rap groups or anything. As many groups that were around back then that ended or that are still around, it's just not that interesting as it is with this stuff. It is crazy to see one guy claiming the claiming God mouthpiece. It is fucking crazy still. I mean, it's not like earth shattering or not like I think about it all day, but to have been a fan of this massive group, this unique group at one point in time, and now to see one guy, I have to see. I must know what happens next. Put it that way. It was fun, yes. The money ruins everything. Yeah. I think it's because we thought that Zinger was the one fucking him over, but it was Brad the whole time. I don't think any one person's to blame necessarily, you know? Because I mean, I do. Those contracts were bullshit that Zinger gave everybody. That's true. And Brad did win. Brad did win that lawsuit. You got to remember that. So I think behind every lie is a little bit of truth. And behind every truth is a big lie. So what can you? These guys got to fucking come out and say something. Right now, there's one guy leading the narrative, and one guy ruining the legacy. If you ask me, what do you guys think? Is the legacy being ruined? Is there a legacy to be ruined? You toured with the Kings for years. If you know, you know. SRH for life. Original. Believe it. Oh, awesome. What did you do? You just like were you a roadie or were you a musician or what do you mean when you say you toured with them? I don't really want this. Drugs and money. Yeah, yeah. I do believe that drugs do play a role in a lot of what's going on lately and maybe the whole time. But it's hard to look. It's hard to look at these guys' faces now. And yeah, if you know someone that's on that shit, then it's you kind of always know. So to answer the question earlier, my favorite Cottonmouth Kings track. Um, Man, I guess I'd have to say "Play On." "Play On's probably my favorite. I just love that. I love those Saint verses in that song. Lokes is whatever as usual. But Saint Dog's verses in that track. I'd say "Play On." "Play On." Sleepers. I like sleepers. Um, Number 7, I really like Put It Down. I like the first track off of Rolling Stone. I mean, off of what's that? The one with Richter Sal, you motherfucking take shit. I can't remember the, what's that song called? I'm pretty high. I don't remember. It was on. Was it Rolling Stone? Right? Yeah, I think so. Was it on that album? I don't know. I like almost everything on Endless Highway. To me, that's like the classic. That's like the shit right there. That's like the golden era of KMK. I think, like I said earlier, High Society. To me, that's their most, I guess, hip hop album. I guess I would say. There's a lot. I love those. I love all those drum tracks on the album. Those hyperactive drums. Fucking, that shit goes hard. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good track right there. Rolling Stone, 420. Loke is on meth. This guy just said it. All right. Yes, I believe. I believe. Elevated Sounds. There you go. Her name was Bianca from Humble Guys. All right. Sorry, I forgot that one. Thank you, Sir Fazwell. That new song Dirt Skate is just Dirt Slang slowed down. Yeah, Dirt Slang's a good track too. I like that one. First Class. Yeah, yeah. That's a good one. I like one album I still go back and jam a lot is uh Ghetto Guide, Saint Dog. I love that album. Classic, classic shit. I think Ghetto Guide is very underrated. That one deserves to be put on a pedestal somewhere at some point. The stuff with Big Hoss, all those beats, I could still hear him now. All the flows, you can tell Saint was just on another level with that one. That guy was in a good mood on that album, and when he wasn't, it was still great. Now I Lay Me, love that track. I'm not I'm not a religious person. I'm a outspoken outspoken atheist, whatever. But I appreciate that Saint stood by what he believed in damn near the whole time. I imagine that was kind of a pretension for a lot of people. Um, those stories of Saint getting upset at corporate Avenger and whatnot for passing out those, the Bible's bullshit flyers or whatever. But it is what it is. Saint is who was who he was, and I sure do wish he would have put some better stuff out. Because that last album, his Bozo, oh man, I couldn't get into it. I'm gonna try again soon. Money Talks, LOL. That song is trash. I'm sorry I don't agree with you, but I respect your opinion. Money Talks. Oh, I love that song. That's a silly ass. That music video. It's like just him with the camera driving around. Oh, that's good shit. All those shitty music videos, man. The Judge D with like a camera on a tripod with someone just flashing a light on. Oh goddamn. So some things I'm gonna be doing soon. I'm gonna probably do a Taxman video. Um, I might touch on his movie. I'll try. Filmed on a potato. Totally. I'm gonna try to do a Taxman movie review. Try to build some narrative out of whatever the fuck that was. I might need to buy a copy. I haven't seen it in forever. If anyone has it and is nice enough to upload it, that'd be awesome because that way I don't have to spend like $20 or whatever. I recently found Corporate Avengers VHS that they put out. I believe it's just whatever short little interviews and it's like music videos. It is still packaged though, so I probably won't be opening that or getting into it unless you guys want to see. Then maybe I will. I might do some unboxings when I get my number 7 record in. I'm gonna try to do a big B video. I was thinking of doing a Mad Child, whatever he did. I don't really care much for that dude, but if you guys want to see it, um, I want to do a mower video. There's zero information on those guys. If you guys want to help me out with my mower, working on a mower video, let me know what's up. You can find me on Staunch TV over on Facebook. and get a hold of me that way. I'm always responding to everyone that gets a hold of me. If you want to take part in helping me out with any of these projects, please do. I always need help, as long as it's not just here, he said, she said, or, if it is, let's get to the bottom of it and let's figure this out. I really want to make some cool stuff for you guys to keep watching. So that's about where I'm at right now with the channel. I'm not going to focus too much on what the drama that's going on lately and whatnot. I'm going to try to stay positive, so to speak, until something happens. So I want to do a best D-Loc versus. If you guys want to jump in on that, do a best D-Loc versus. That might be kind of tough, but I'm going to be doing comeback Brad X soon. Now that might sound kind of weird. I did comeback Johnny Richter. I'm going to make a case for Brad X and see how that goes. So if you want to join in on that as well as Humble Gods video, any old pictures, old stories, anything you got that can help out, find me on Staunch TV over on Facebook. Find me on Instagram at Eddie Murphy and Eddie Murphy. All one word. Well, 3 words put together. Eddie Murphy and Eddie Murphy on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter, Staunch TV, Reddit, Staunch TV, Facebook, Staunch TV, and yeah, that's about it, guys. Anything else you want to touch on? I'm going to finish this bowl and then I'm out of here. Never really liked the mower. Okay, yeah. They were great live. When I was watching them live, I saw them in 2006, 5 for number 7 in Houston. And when I saw them, there was this old dude there that kept bragging. I've been a juggalo for 40 years. He kept saying that in 2005. I've been a juggalo for 30. He was saying 30 years. And then he was wasted, man. He stunk like ass. And he was drinking a beer, and he was out of it. He finished it. He kept holding his bottle. And then the dude from Mower, I guess, was trying to show him some love, went down to give him a dap, cheers. And then the guy took it, and he just grabbed his beer, tried taking it. Dude from Mower threw the mic in his face, beat the shit out of him. It was awesome. Good show. Let's get that D-Loc interview. Everybody help me get that D-Loc interview. I try at least once a month to hit that full Prize Fighter. I've never heard of Prize Fighter. Yinko, see you later, buds. Thanks for watching, buddy. All right, guys. Signing out from Hollywood, California. I'm here for another week. I'll do another live stream before I leave. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks, brother. Thanks, Gary Sandberg. Happy birthday, brother. Slevin Garganera. I appreciate you giving me the suggestion. I will look those guys up. You guys take it easy. You be sure to stay tuned to Staunch TV and Cottonmouth King Chronicles. See you next time.